All right, so our learning target for this intervention group, I guess I wouldn't say intervention group, but is right here. I can use context clues to determine the meaning of an unknown word. So as we went over in the beginning of the lesson, we're going to start reading Lamb to Slaughter by Roald Dahl. And so we're going to preview the vocabulary first. So here's the text, and on the back of this first page, you're going to find the vocabulary for the text. So why don't you guys turn to that page. All right, so some of the words we're going to see: anxiety, state of being worried or uneasy, stress. And then there's a sentence below it that's actually, it's not exactly what they say in the text, but it's very similar. So for anxiety, it's although the news filled her with anxiety, she smiled calmly. Placid, calm, tranquil. Her placid look showed how peaceful she felt. Does anyone want to give that third word a try?
Miss, can I go to the bathroom?
Not right now.
No?
Yeah, we're only going to do this for a couple minutes, so.
I mean,
Right.
alright.
This is just to help us, because we're going to preview the vocabulary. That way you guys are seeing it a couple times before we look at it in the text.
Well, I gotta go.
Luxuriate.
Close. Luxuriate.
Luxuriate.
Yeah, do you guys recognize any root words there? Any word you is kind of like that?
8?
Luxury.
Luxury, yeah, I like that. Luxury. Good, so it means take great pleasure, okay? She would luxuriate in the feeling of closeness to her husband. And I'll be honest, I have never
That's
seen...
creepy. That's creepy.
I have never seen that word. I've never seen that
in
word.
the city. This happens all the time.
Well, as we said before, this is a story that's set in the 50s, so they use different vocabulary then, yes. And
Hey,
we
I'm
said
gonna
there...
luxuriate you.
Ken, stay focused.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, miss.
Okay, so administered. This is actually a different use of the word administered. So in the story, it's going to be different than you've probably seen it before. You've usually seen administered a test or something like that. So given or applied, so it's the same definition, but we're going to use it in a kind of a little bit different in the sentence. So administered with great force, the blow knocked the man over. Premises. Has anybody heard that word before? No? Okay, so house or building and its surrounding property. Did the police find clues in the house or anywhere else on the premises?
Ooh, the police.
Yeah, the police are going to be involved in this one. What about that next word? Anybody want to give it a go?
Consoling?
Consoling, perfect, yes. It means comforting. The officer tried to comfort her, but Mary did not find his words consoling. And that last one, hospitality. Friendly, caring treatment of guests. In a show of hospitality, Mary invited the police officers for dinner.
Sure.
So just for...
It's not going to happen.
Mary, stay focused, please. So just for the purposes of this story, obviously, we're going to have police involved. Something's going to go wrong. We can just tell that from the vocabulary. Do I know vocabulary is not always the most exciting thing to learn? Yes. But it's necessary because if you guys see this a bunch of times, you're going to recognize it and be able to pronounce it. And as you're reading, if you're able to pronounce a word or recognize it, you're able to understand what's going on in the text a little bit better. So let's move down to that next paragraph where it says context clues. When you come across an unfamiliar word, look for clues in the context. The words, phrases, and sentences surrounding the word. Context clues may provide a definition, a restatement, an example, a comparison, or a contrast to help you figure out the meaning of unfamiliar words. In the examples below, the italicized context clues help you figure out the meaning of the boldface words. So you guys, we've used context clues before, right? I always say don't look at just that sentence. Look at the one before it, after it, and maybe even have to expand to the whole paragraph to understand what something means, okay? So let's look at this. There's different ways you can figure out context clues. So Ken, could you read that first one for me? Definition.
Her instinct automatic response is to run away.
Good, so if you notice, they put the word instinct there, and then it's, how do we know what's gonna define it? What word is there? Right after instinct, what's the word right after instinct? Or, right? So it's gonna give us another example of it. So her instinct or automatic response, so it's defining it right there. Okay, Mary, could you read that second one for me? Restatement.
She knows what the penalty is and will accept her punishment.
Good. So you see the word penalty there, and it's just restating and will accept her punishment. So we know penalty has to do with punishment, right? So third one, example, her action might bring relief. For example, it would end the anger she felt. So it's giving us an example there. Again, these aren't the most thrilling things to learn, but once you know those patterns and how they're able to be used, how you can use context clues to figure something out, it is actually really helpful.
Leave me alone.
Hands to yourself.
Don't bother me.
Boring.
I know, he's bad. Can you read us the next one for comparison?
Ice cubes clinking in a glass sound like pencils tapping on a table.
Perfect. So you'll see there, it's giving you a comparison, right? Clinking and what it sounds like. Ken, please. I'm not going to ask you again. All right, contrast, last one. Although she looks tranquil, she doesn't feel peaceful. So it's giving, it says she doesn't, so we know it's a contrast, right? Okay, I know that wasn't the most thrilling thing to go through, but now we're gonna kind of delve more into that vocabulary. So, using those vocabulary words, I know we've done this before. We are going to do our 4 square vocabulary. Okay, so I did an example already, and I picked the first word, which I'm sure we're all familiar with, so I didn't want to give that to you as something you guys would do, because we know what anxiety means, right? Especially as 9th graders, we definitely know what anxiety is. We felt it before, okay? So I did that example. So you'll see, I wrote the word in the middle, anxiety. So I want you guys to do this with me, okay?
Do I have to write anxiety on mine?
Yep, write anxiety right in that middle circle.
How do you spell anxiety?
It's right on your paper, Ken. You gotta look at your paper. Right here, you're not even on the right page. Follow along with us. Right here, anxiety.
Okay.
Okay?
thanks.
Yep. Anxiety. And then we're gonna write our definition here. So as you can see, the definition is right under or right next to that word, state of being worried or uneasy, stress. So write that under definition, just like I have here. Okay, and then the next thing, off to the next, right next to it, sentence. You're gonna write that same sentence that's, yes?
Can I steal a pencil? Mine broke.
Yours broke? I have a
Yes.
pen. That's gonna have to work for
Is
right
that
now.
sure? All right.
It's my
Thanks,
favorite
Chris.
purple pen.
All right.
Oh, what was
I'll be
it?
all right.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so write down that sentence, the thing that's right underneath that definition in italics. So you're gonna write, although the news filled her with anxiety, she smiled calmly. Okay? Just like as it's written right here. See it? Yep, perfect. Just look up when you're done writing. Perfect. Okay. And then the next thing, synonym, antonym. What's a synonym?
Means the same,
Same.
Means the same. Good. And an antonym?
opposite.
It's the opposite. Good. So this is not going to help you for all of these words. I should say that. Okay. This one worked out really well. Anxiety. I could find a synonym, worry. That's what I picked. Okay. And then the antonym, calm. Right. It's the opposite of anxiety. But I want you to only pick words that make sense. If a synonym helps you to remember it, do it. If an antonym helps you remember something opposite, do it. If it doesn't help, do not do it. I don't want it to confuse you with the definition, okay? And then my picture, I didn't want to draw, so I printed out a picture of an emoji of someone who is anxious. Okay? So you don't need to draw that, and I want the drawings, if you guys do one or you pick one off the internet, I want it to, one, help you remember, but it's usually personal. This personally helps me remember what anxiety is. It might not work for you, so it depends on you.
He looks angry.
Yeah, that looks angry, Mary. Very angry. But I like that first.
Oh, I thought we should have done the eyebrows. Shoot.
Okay. So now that you guys kind of know what we're doing, we're gonna move on to the next word, which is placid, something that we're probably not as familiar with as anxiety. Okay, so our next one, I want to do this together, okay? And can I borrow this pen?
I think it's broken there, so.
Alright, I'm gonna try it out. You just wanted to borrow my purple
No,
pen.
it's purple, I like it.
Alright, I'm gonna use your black pen, that's
Okay.
Okay, so let's look at that next one. So we write placid down. Where do we write it?
In the middle.
In the middle, good. Let me give you guys new sheets.
You got pink, I like that.
Yeah, I have like that.
No, come on.
You already have purple.
You've already had two choices. Two is enough, Ken. Alright, so write that word down in the middle. And I'm
What
gonna write
word?
it too. Placid. Placid. Right in the middle. In that circle. Okay? And then, what am I gonna write here? Definition. Somebody tell me. For
Calm.
placid. Calm. What's that second word? It's a little harder.
Tranquil.
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 Tranquil, yeah, and actually we're gonna see tranquility in the text as well, so that's a good word to remember. So write calm, tranquil. All right, and then sentence. Somebody tell me the sentence that it's used in. It starts with her.
Her placid look showed how peaceful she felt.
She felt perfect, yes. So write that under sentence. Her placid look showed how peaceful she felt.
Oh shoot, I put it on the wrong spot.
That's okay, an arrow works. It's only the second time we've done it, so. And then synonym here, again, if it doesn't work for you, don't do it. I would write here, it's the opposite of calm is what? We just actually did
Opposite
this
of
word.
calm?
Yeah,
Anxiety.
anxiety. So if anxiety works for you, remember that, right? You could write this as the opposite, anxiety, anxious.
Anxious.
Good. And again, you don't have to draw, but I picked this emoji. I have someone meditating because that helps me remember this word. Calm, tranquil, for placid. I have this woman who's meditating. Ken, if you like to draw a man meditating, I'm cool with that, okay? But you guys don't need to really draw the picture right now. Again, I want it to be personal to you. We can always go back, and if you guys
The
want,
ocean is calm, right?
Yes.
I can make a straight
you
line.
could make a straight line with a horizon.
Squiggly line.
Again,
Waves.
these will be something you guys will work on more independently, and you'll have a little more time. But I want the drawing to be something that you'll remember, not necessarily one that I associate
happy
placid
son.
with.
Can I just
Good.
write the word I want to draw
You can
later?
also write the word, or you can write a word and then we can look it up and print it later, but not right now. Okay?
That's nice.
Okay, so now for the last thing, you guys are gonna pick a word, and I want you to challenge yourself. Pick a word that you really aren't familiar with, and you're gonna do one on your own completely.
Oh, from
okay?
this list?
From that list. We want to work from vocabulary that we're going to see in the text, okay?
I've never heard of luxuriate. It sounds disgusting.
Again, don't pick a synonym and antonym if you can't think of one right now, okay? That won't help you to just make one up, okay? So this is something you're going to do on your own. I'm going to walk around and check it out, okay? Everybody understand what they're doing?
Yes.
Okay, and I'll check in with you.